We're back on Leading Edge. Dave Leland's my guest. I've been wanting to get him on the program. He's state representative of a renowned, prominent Democrat, former state Democratic Party chair. He represents District 22 down there, Columbus area in the state legislature. Been talking about the pandemic and efforts to trim back the governor and the state health director's mandates. You know, some state lawmakers, most of them on the other side of the aisle from you, sir, have no trouble and had no trouble beating up on little Amy Acton. You remember her, the former state health director? That could come back to haunt somebody. Different story. But when it comes to big utilities, they don't seem nearly as tough. House Bill 6, folks, you remember, Jerry talks about this, is that dirty bill at the center of the state bribery racketeering scandal. Guilty pleas are flying around, dropping everywhere. The dark money group, Generation Now, has pleaded guilty to a federal racketeering charge. Dave Leland, why is this bill still law?
Well, because Republican leadership can't decide what they want to do. I mean, we have tried a number of different times. We have a number of different bills that have been proposed. I have one myself that would repeal House Bill 6 because it obviously was the product of the largest bribery scandal in the history of the state of Ohio. And if we want to send a message that Ohio is not for sale, we need to repeal House Bill 6. But we've been dithering around with this. I mean, remember, you know, the FBI invaded Larry Householder's home on July of 2020. It is now, what is it, almost March of 2021. And we've been dithering around to repeal House Bill 6 since that time. And mostly it's because Republican leadership can't decide what they want to do. Hopefully, as we get into the spring and we hear more bills and more opportunities, we'll finally live up to our responsibility and repeal this terrible piece of legislation.
Yeah, Larry Householder, this one also has described why he is still in, elected member of the state. Why he is in the state house and not the state pen, I'm not sure, but everybody has their day in court.
Right.
We do believe that. Let's give it. Now, you were the ranking Democrat, as I read it, on the committee formed to look at options to this bill. You liked parts, as I understand it, of then Representative, now Senator Mark Romanchuk's approach. As these across the state fees that we have seen that were levied that are not being collected, thanks mostly to a judge, by the way, and our attorney general has weighed in as well. Are those fees eventually going to live on or no?
Well, hopefully we're going to get rid of them. I mean, that's the whole purpose of my legislation and other pieces of legislation that are in front of the General Assembly, is that we're going to get rid of them. I mean, my bill talks about eliminating all of the fees, 2.93 billion, I might add, 2.93 billion with a B over the 10-year period. We're talking about eliminating those fees and then asking for a refund for any fees that have been collected. But those bills have to pass. And you're right. I did like Mark Rumachuk's bill. I incorporated it into my own bill, House Bill 10. But House Bill 10 also creates provisions for a green energy economy in the state of Ohio, because that's the piece of House Bill 6 that everybody seems to forget, is that House Bill 6 basically destroyed the green energy economy.
Jerry hasn't forgotten that. We took our foot off the gas of requiring energy producers to have X% come from renewables. That's a green thought, creates green jobs. Unplug that. In fact, some of this largesse, if it's collected from fees from all over the state of Ohio, not even First Energy customers, will support coal plants. That's green. That's green. Yeah.
Well, one of those coal plants is in Indiana too. So
exactly. It's not even in our state.
That makes it even worse. Okay.
Hey, let's do this.
Yeah, we're just trying to. I want my bill will also restart the green energy economy. The savings that will come from energy waste reduction, the new jobs that will be created by energy waste reduction, and the 10 million tons of carbon that will be removed from the atmosphere because of the energy waste reduction program. We have to remember that we do have that responsibility, and we have to move forward.
Dave Leland, while I've got you, I got to do some politics. You know that. The new chair of the Ohio Democratic Party, Liz Walters, joined us just a few weeks back. Like her, my first time getting to chat with her.
Great.
From over in Summit County. The recently resigned chair of the Ohio Republicans, Jane Timken, will join us. Her people tell us she was with us right before the election, and she's going to be with us in a week or two ahead. But Ms. Timken, Josh Mandel, both running hard on the R side. They're running hard and fast to kiss the ring of Donald Trump. Given the 2000 electoral map of Ohio, maybe nobody can blame them. Is that now, Dave Leland, the Ohio we live in? What does your party need to do to energize Ohioans?
Well, I mean, look, elections are always about looking to the future, not the past. You know, you can take a look at a snapshot at Ohio and say, okay, Donald Trump carried Ohio twice. Well, Barack Obama carried Ohio twice too.
Yep.
So there is a path for Democrats going forward. We need to come together and make sure that the people are registered and voting and participating, and we speak about the issues that concern working families in the state of Ohio. That's going to be the task for the Democratic Party. Look, the Democrats always have a slight disadvantage in the state of Ohio. When I was party chairman and today, I always figured the Republican advantage to be about 3.5 to 4 points in a given election. So we have to work harder, we have to work smarter, and we have to be able to communicate the real needs of the people of Ohio. And I'm confident that if the Republicans just fall into the Trump land and don't talk about issues that are important to people, I think that we can do well in the upcoming elections.
I think I suggested to Liz, maybe clone Sherrod Brown. He seems to have some answers on getting, but all right, real quick, we're running out of time. We're Dave Leland, my guest down in Columbus. I know you served, I think, on the board of the Columbus Clippers.
Yes.
You got a bobblehead behind you there.
Yes, I do. Yes.
I want you to know, and you were there, by the way, when they built that beautiful Huntington Park. You've seen our Fifth Third Field in Toledo, right? Where the Mud Hens play.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And so is yours. You know the Clippers manager?
I don't know him. I've not met him yet.
No, okay, you've got to. I just want you to know, I'm dropping the seed right now. He's a Bowling Green guy.
All right.
Yeah, Bowling Green High School. Yeah. So just so you know, treat him right down there in Columbus. He'll do a good job.
Well, we're looking forward to we're looking forward to a baseball season.
Just a baseball season. Yeah.
Right. And we're really looking forward to that. I can't wait to get out there to the ballpark. You know, I'm the #1 fan of Columbus baseball, and we need to make sure we get to that ballpark.
All right, I may come down and join a game with you. That's a wonderful park down there. I love my park up here as well. Hey, Dave Leland, pleasure. Thanks for spending time with us, and we'll talk again soon, I trust. Thanks for being with us on Leading Edge.
Thank you. Take care.
Folks, when we come back on Leading Edge, the big hug, the group hug out in the burbs. This is Leading Edge.